Going up to YouTube. Just to do the little test there. Oh, our stream is very strong.
Johnny Strong stream.
Okay, I'm going to go up to... So remember to do all the sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Just making the stream live.
You about to make it live?
Yeah, I did an awful... By the way, remember how I was like talking about how I spam all over the place?
Yeah.
To open?
Yeah.
So, as I am a man of my words, I do spam everyone to start with.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I spammed a Facebook group. Like, I'm going to be a little more careful because I spammed a kid who's gone missing. Right. Bad start right there, right? Guy who's gone missing, and it's a Facebook group trying to find him.
Yep.
And I advertised Servitude.
Yep.
And then the person just wrote, like, did you do this by accident? Is it, like, whatever? Because if someone give me the benefit of the doubt. And I just wrote, yep, I'm sorry, or whatever. Like, just one of those things where you don't even try to explain it. Like,
well, yeah.
I hope this is obvious what a horrible mistake this is, because it's truly...
You just write, yes, sorry.
However, if you are missing, and it doesn't mean you can't watch Servitude.
We just thought it was a group for people who had been missing Servitude.
That was a good one. Show's going to be starting soon.
Gabe, that is so
Start right there, right?
bad.
Missing.
We would love it if anybody would call in tonight, comment. Once again, all of our guests have dipped out on us. Once they figured out there was cameras, they didn't have their makeup on. We'll have my number up soon. You can call, or you can just comment. It would really help because I can't think of stuff to keep saying every week. But we're here. We are here for that.
What's up, buddy?
Who's this guy?
It's me, Gabe. New look, remember?
Ah, that fish tried to eat your hair.
What's that?
Wait, Gabe, you have hair?
The hair's not the new look.
Oh, you got? Yeah, I know you got some new
sunglasses, new hat.
Oh, I just thought you got in shape.
I've been working on my jawline. I've been chewing a rubber ball. You see that commercial?
Yeah.
It rolled back the hands of time 10 years. And it's like you look at the picture, there's no fucking difference. Like the very little difference.
Right.
You know, you could have done that with lighting just as well.
Yep.
And all you have to do is sit there and
it's not a lighting commercial.
chew on a rubber ball like a Labrador, and then you'll get stronger jawline.
Not even like a Labrador. Like the Labrador seems to be having fun. They just do it like, the more times I do it, the more I'll less age.
Yeah. And I mean, you can chew on anything and strengthen your jaw. You don't need a rubber ball.
Yeah.
You get a hack on like a 2x4 corner.
This specific rubber ball.
Right. The specific one that costs $25. I need you to buy this one. Hey, everybody. Show is going to be starting very soon. Today, our guest bailed out at the last minute. The fucking asshole.
I told him.
Yep. Oh, you did? Okay.
Oh, I did.
So we're going to be looking for callers. So if anyone wants to join us, we're going to be talking a little bit about things like Who are some of the worst owners in town to work for? You don't have to air them out by name, but if you want to, that's cool. Maybe just some of the worst owners that you've ever worked for. Right, yeah. When I say in town, I mean any town.
Attributes of...
We just don't want to hear anyone from the country.
Of poor owners, yeah. Just in a town, please.
Please. We don't believe that it's a... Oh, shit.
Share.
And I'm just about starting my spamming. For those of us who might have missed it, last week I spammed a missing persons group by accident. So big apology for that. Although they are still invited to watch Servitude, regardless of your status, whether you're missing or found.
They've been missing Servitude, but for good reason.
It doesn't mean that they've been missing it just because they're abducted. Sorry.
Doesn't abduction sound like a
adduction?
Like a workout? Do your abductions.
Oh man, I put up a hot juice. Maybe we'll save it for next week. But oh man, there's some good ones coming. I've already got 657 reactions. Holy shit!
Oh boy,
I did a hot juice too. Yeah. God damn, we might have to save this, but it's a good one. I put my coworker. So this is based on truth. My coworker got fired for banging a guest in the work bathroom. He pulled this off before dessert was served. I'm simultaneously in awe and disgusted. Not a regular, didn't know each other. Just two natural hoes. Epic way to get fired, though. Can anyone top that? Is what I asked. It's got 201 comments already. So we'll see. But
yeah, we'll do a special episode.
Yeah, just on week. That. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just putting up the comment status. So for anyone who's watching this, if you're new to Servitude, or if you're watching on the Profession Confession page, for instance, please comment below the video, and we'll put your comments up on the podcast as it's going. We'll try to answer them. We love little interactions. It's all about what you guys have to say. So if you have, or just something you want to talk about, like I said before, we're going to talk about bad owners, or like craziest owners you've had to work for, craziest requests. I don't know. I hate that I say crazy. That's crazy. So crazy.
Anything you want to talk, it doesn't have to be that crazy. It's not like what
we prefer, though, that it's not sane.
Look, just this side, just north of sane, but even if it's well south of Crazy Town,
good band.
You can call in. He's
Great
missing.
Band.
He's missing.
Shifty?
Isn't he missing?
No, the shell shock. No, he'll be around. Don't you worry about that.
Crazy Town?
Oh yeah, come, my lady.
I thought he died.
No, apparently he hit on Mrs. Noah in an elevator, or invited her to a concert.
But the singer of Crazy Town died, right?
No, Chris. God damn it, man. Oh, I don't want this to be a place that spreads rumors.
I think it was Prodigy.
No, he's not dead either.
The guy from Prodigy's dead.
Chumbawamba's dead, the whole band.
No, guy from Prodigy is dead.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
But Chumbawamba was slaughtered in a massacre.
Yeah, they were in a massive busing accident.
Well, what do you say, dog? We ready to kick this thing off?
You know it, baby.
Yeah.
I'd never seen nothing like her when she walked into my restaurant that I worked at. It made me start earling in my boots. Attitude, the show is called Servitude. That's why it's called Servitude. Hosted by two dudes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wait a second.
Love my girl. What are you drinking tonight, Chris?
Wuss juice. I'm drinking Lindemann's Framboise, a raspberry lambic beer.
So you're still on that stuff.
Hangover relief in the extreme.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, welcome to Servitude, the podcast about working in restaurants in the wider world of customer service. Look, y'all know me. My name's Chris. I've worked in restaurants up the yin-yang, 27 years. Back of the house, front of the house, middle of the house, always talking to the rest of the house.
In the house.
And always in the house. Next to me, Mr. Gabe Noah. Gabe, tell him a little about yourself.
Ready? Ready?
Yep.
Yeah, boy. I'm here in the back, holding it down, back of the house, but I've worked front of the house at Dairy Queen. Although Dairy Queen's really a whole mid-house. You do everything there. Worked at Dairy Queen 3 years, starting at age 15. Then I held down on the killing floors of the furniture business for 22 or 3 years. So I have extensive customer service experience.
Some say you might have spent the best years of your life at Dairy Queen.
Oh, everyone says that.
Yep.
People always tell me that.
You know where I worked during that time in my life? Makushla's Irish Gift Shop.
No shit. You've never talked about that.
Yeah. Makushla's.
Is that why you give such good European gifts?
Yeah.
Like
Waterford Crystal to your doorstep every Christmas.
Yes.
The best wool sweater you've ever had. And plastic green sunglasses that say, I'm not Irish, but kiss me anyway.
Fuck the chef. That's what I got.
Fuck the chef. What? Oh, fuck the chef.
Kiss the chef.
Yeah.
The chef.
Kiss the cook.
People love it. Kiss the cook. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, never mind. I actually like fuck the chef better than kiss. Should be fuck the cook, right? But I made it the chef.
Make sweet love to the chef.
How about fuck the sous chef?
Take the chef for all he's worth.
Fuck the host.
Yeah, fuck a dishwasher now and again.
Blow the dishwasher, right?
The dishwasher and hang out with the waiter, which is what you're doing.
Absolutely. So I want to shout out to everyone. This show is, of course, open format. We're always looking for people to talk to. We're two very, very lonely men. And one of the topics we're going to talk about today is who's the most difficult owner you've ever worked for? Which, Chris, I'd like to start this to you.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I should shout out the phone number first. Phone number is 952-292-7805. Oh, yeah, baby. Call us all night. Yeah. Get some.
Doom, 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 doom.
So, answer the question. Who's the most difficult owner that you've ever worked for, Chris?
I guess fun or not fun, because that can both exist. So I guess owner. Okay, we're talking owner. We're not talking managers.
That's right.
One is one pretty recently who, in order to teach me how much ice she would rather me put in iced tea, I put ice in a glass, about 3/4 full, I'd say, and then poured iced tea in it. And she came over and went, no, and just grabbed it and tossed the whole thing into the garbage can. And then proceeded to.
You put in too much ice, so she threw it all in.
No. I didn't put enough ice in.
Oh.
She wanted more ice in that thing.
She dumped liquid in the trash can?
Oh, yeah.
A lot, a whole glass.
Yep. And I found that to be sort of difficult. In general, if someone's looking over your shoulder the whole time, you're bound to make more mistakes than you would if they just let you kind of do your thing and then just kind of.
Especially if you choke under pressure like you do.
Well, yeah, that's what I want. Pressure with iced tea pouring. Yeah. So.
That's true. How about difficult fun?
All respect to the late Scott Zarin in Stillwater, where I worked at Trump's restaurant, no relation. That was
so cool. If they could open that now, they'd make a fucking fortune. You'd have the worst clientele in the world, but
but it was in Stillwater, so.
Oh yeah, actually, it's just the Stillwater people.
first job I had, or not the first job I had, first job in a restaurant I had was at Trump's. Started off as a dishwasher, working till 3 a.m. at age 14. And then I went back there when I was 19 and started being a line cook. And that was Scott Zarin was there. He had a Steven Seagal ponytail. He had a some like Chinese kanji tattooed on his leg. He was like, you know, one of those like he was respectfully a cocaine man.
With a soul.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Not for real, but according to him, because that's why he has a Far East shit.
But he was a martial artist. You know how those guys are. And he would, oh my God. So I remember one time he comes up to me. He would go, I saw him order coffee at a coffee shop once, and I was in awe of this guy. He'd go, okay, could I get a large, a venti, with a cream room, please? You know, I was just like, wow, this guy is he's flying. And he would come into the back of the kitchen, and one time he took my friend Sean's radio and just threw it into the wall and said to us, "Who is out there right now?" We were like, the customers. No, they are the enemy. You are. And another time I was just sort of.
Did he mean that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
Understand that? Or
he was in
being
the moment.
funny?
He was not being funny. No, he was in the moment.
He was being funny.
Well, to me,
not,
it was.
Yeah.
But it was. I mean, it was a combination of funny and fear we all had, because he was that kind. He was volatile, and he ended up being like a real philanthropist in town. He gave to a lot of charities. I think he calmed down. But one time he asked me. This is one of my favorite memories of him. I think it was when I was 19. I was just sort of bumming around, the restaurant because there was nothing to do, and he goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "What?" And he goes, "What are you thinking about right now? Are you thinking about how to get out of here? You're not. You got no plans." "What are you doing right now?" And I was like, "Shit, he's right."
he meant as like a larger life thing.
Yeah, but it was, but like not in a like a take you under his wing way, but more
right, more like you're a fucking loser.
Yeah, he's disgusted with me and all that, like you are. And what?
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
So
why would you say that?
Well, because you just said play the tape back.
No, I was truly asking. What do you mean? I was actually asking what you meant.
By that you're disgusted of me? Or if he was.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's all I was asking is how he meant that.
Oh, like when you do it. He was disgusted.
Ugh.
He was just like, "What are you doing?"
Oh my God.
Like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? Like, you can't, that kind of thing. You know how it goes.
Like when I walked in on you farting in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Chris.
Without water.
Right. You were just sitting in there.
It makes it better
noise. You like the echo.
Makes it better noise.
Yeah. That's for sure. Most difficult owner I've worked for. I'd have to go to... God, my hair is falling out. I don't know if you can see that on
Ew. Even your wig's hairs fall out.
Chris, please. I didn't think we were going to say that publicly. Bob Fiordalisi from Fiordalisi's Rustic Inn. First man who gave me cocaine. I mean meth. But he made it easier for me because I would have been traumatized to do meth. But he told me it was cocaine.
Yeah.
And he truly, it was my first night bartending. We had a busy night, so it was like an overflow night. That's why I got up, I got pushed up from server to bartend.
Yeah.
And even though that was my ambition. And then it was like in the middle of a big rush. And he comes out and he goes, Gabe, can I talk to you in the office? I thought I was in trouble. And we went in, sat at his desk, and he had 2 menus open on his desk. And then I was like, what's up, Bob? Is there, something wrong? Because I was worried. And he goes, no, nothing's wrong. And he pulled the menu away, and he had lines of cocaine out. Or that's what I said. Oh my God! I said, well, what is it? I was enthusiastic. I was excited to try it. I've never done it. And then he said, "Let's go. Let's try it. It'll help." He said, "It'll help me."
It'll help. I didn't know I needed help, but
it did help at that time. So I did the line, and then I later found out it was meth. Like weeks later, when he converted it to meth. So he was nuts because he was such a drug addict and such a nutcase that you were constantly covering for him. You were constantly like mid-shift going like, we're out of paprika. We got to get paprika. You got to go to the store. And then he'd go, and here's $5 cash. Stop at the smoke shop and just go up to the counter and say, and I also need one of those little glass pipes you guys have behind the counter. And then he'd have me pick up a crack pipe. But I didn't even know, like it was terrifying to buy the crack pipe. But we needed the paprika.
When did you need the paprika? What did you need it for?
He did a bread. He did a garlic bread, and we had to sprinkle a little paprika. Like I still don't know what paprika does except turn shit red. Like for real. Yep. Like I don't know.
It's
but
flavor.
Yeah, and he would be. I mean, the fucking tax board would come in. It was constant. Like this dude was truly. Oh, have you ever seen Uncut Gems?
No.
The Adam Sandler movie?
No.
I really think that movie's all a bunch of noise. It's not as good as it seems like it is, but it's like that where you just imagine you at your worst drug. I don't know if have you ever tried drugs?
I'm trying to.
Okay. Once you get into it, big time get into it.
Cool.
You'll find that you keep overextending yourself constantly, and you're constantly going, oh, shit, I gotta go. Oh, damn it, I forgot to do this. Oh, shit. Like, that's what this dude was constantly. And it was so fucking, like, and then he'd yell at you unfairly, and then, like, he'd tell you how cool you are later. Like, it was just a complete, like, I turned into him.
There's a lot of people out there going like, my boss isn't so bad.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. if there's one thing we can do here is make people feel better. Right?
The podcast to make you feel better. To make you.
No doubt. Oh, shit, dude. I didn't fucking... I got to share this thing.
Come on.
I was wondering why there's so few people watching.
Come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. I was getting close to a Biden thing there.
Come on, man.
Oh, come on, man. I can't do it.
Don't vote for me. You ain't black.
All right. So shout out
Bernie said that.
Tom Vernamont, local Nazi. And we're going to be reading some of his...
I call him a Nazi.
Nazi.
Like he's not a Nazi. He's a
that's how I meant it.
Nazi.
Oh, my God. Do you think I was saying he was an actual Nazi?
No, but he's probably got some prejudices.
Oh, he's definitely
with that name?
Full of... He's muttered some things to me that it made me very uncomfortable.
Oh, he's a constant mutterer.
And so if for anyone watching, if you'd like us to do a Yelp of something that you like or like some restaurant that you want us to, like, let's do it, dog. Let's do it up.
Yes. So do you have that video that I sent you? I made a little...
Can't ask for that out of the gate, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have it ready. I fucked up.
Well, it was a cut of last week where we had a Yelp where the very first line was, "My daughter's drink had maggots in it." Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
That was the Yelp. The very first line said, "My daughter's drink had maggots in it." It was at Moe's Southwest Grill in Alabama. And so it was irking me after we did the show. I'm like, what, maggots aren't in drinks. They're in like meat and open wounds, right?
Right.
Maggots. They're not in drinks. And I mentioned this to my wife, and she, right when she said it, I knew she's like, they were drinking horchata, which is a drink at Mexican restaurants it's like a sweet drink with cinnamon. It's made from rice milk, and once in a while there's a piece of rice or two will get in there.
Oh, son of a bitch.
They thought they went to a Mexican restaurant, ordered the Mexican drink, and said, "There's maggots in here."
Yeah. Well, I love that review in general. It
was awesome.
Yeah, that you actually had to keep talking after the maggots thing.
Yeah, and she said, and the food wasn't good.
Right.
And then she said she liked the military discounts. Anyway, so I think we might be onto something here. I think it might have been horchata.
Yes, I think so too. So, most difficult owners. I can't think of another one that I've had. He was such a standalone,
most difficult
as far as difficult dude.
Boners. How about comedy clubs? Any owners of comedy clubs you can think of?
Well, there's the man that I love, Rick Bronson.
Well, yeah, there's that. I meant not him. like anybody difficult. It was Tim Wienermont, not Tom Wienermont, guys.
Potato, whatever.
Now I know how Kjell Bjorgen feels. Nobody knows how Kjell Bjorgen feels.
I can't imagine that either. Well, Tim, my God, have you ever worked in the service industry? Give us a call. Give us a buzz.
Yeah, we're about to do some stuff with your suggestion of stubborn herbs. Should we do that?
I think we should jump into that. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
I think that's a little thing that's called. Hang on 1 second. Restaurant. We put the trauma in restaurant.
Restaurant.
So restaurant is Yelp reviews from people who have had traumatic restaurant experiences. So we'll start with this one. So Chris Sorcy's, and these are all from on the recommendation of our super fan
Tim.
He fucked my wife. You know that?
Tim. Well, yeah, his name's Wienermount.
Wienermount. Anyway,
loosely translated, it's Wienermount.
Yes, and he is the booker of the great Saint Anthony Comedy Jam. I don't know what it's called, but he does a great comedy festival in his fucking garage. This sounds so low rent, but it's actually cool as hell. His old neighborhood shows up. It's awesome, and we love him. And yeah, and he suggested we review Stub and Herbs.
Stub and Herbs.
So, Chris, do you want to start with these?
I'll start. I guess I'll start you. Most places have specials on game day. Not only do they cancel their specials, they cut their regular menu items. Their burgers don't come with fries on game days. To be fair, they still throw in the bun, and I'm guessing there's no extra charge for the glass if you order a tap beer on game day, but I will be down the street at Buffalo Wild Wings. So this place is apparently by...
What is this place?
I've
been kicked out of here.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what.
I'm trying to remember what it is, though. Like,
yeah, it's an old school place in Dinkytown near the TFC stadium where the Gophers play football and maybe baseball. Do they play there?
It's on the corner.
Yeah.
Now it's all just come crashing back into my head.
Well, I mean, I worked by a bar by the Metrodome, and you just can't have like your regular menu on a game day. So that's unfair. And most places
to the customer or to the restaurant. What are you saying?
It's unfair to expect that from a restaurant. Like you can't just serve your whole menu when you have the biggest
a crush of people.
Yeah, yes. Crush, yeah. And also, most places have specials on game day. Do you find that? I think everybody jacks up their prices because everyone's coming anyway.
I think, well, yeah, I mean, whatever the case, their specials are usually fucking smoke and mirrors, right?
Yeah.
You know, whether they're just trying to focus the ordering so that it's simple, like we can turn over wings really fast. So
right.
We're going to do a quote unquote special on that. But yeah.
I don't know why I thought this one was funny, but I'm glad we got through some serious stuff there.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was going to protect you from the exposure on that one, but yep, you outed yourself.
Yep.
Okay, so this next one, sorry, I got to move this one a little bit. Are you reading this one? Or
What's
me?
a chud? Oh, that's right. I think you got to read this one because I can't read that much.
Okay, sounds good. So this one is, we're Stub and Herbs. This is 1 star. I don't know the person's name even.
I know, because they wrote too much. I had to either put the whole review. Well, wait a second. I don't know anyway.
All right, I'll just guess.
It's Terry.
Well, this is my first 1 star. Let's start with the positive.
Yes.
Well, I was here, nobody lit me on fire, and chuds did not attack me. That's an 80s horror movie. So, bonus point for that.
Chalk it up.
Let's see here. The service was unique in that there seemed to be a massive disconnect between myself and the staff. A, the selection of spirits here is about the same as what one would find in an abandoned caboose in Green Bay.
Bam. Drop the mic.
B,
There's more.
when I asked for a drink they didn't have, the server recommended a beer. And not a good beer, but a shitty beer.
Is that what that means?
C, the clientele there was disturbingly old for its proximity to the campus and shifty-eyed and scary. Like a trashy American Ingmar Bergman film set in the 1989 Wisconsin. Letter E. My drink finally came, and I would say it was 99% watered down ice and a thimble full of liquor. Maybe. F. Letter F. F for food. It was fucking terrible. I mean, how do you fuck up onion rings?
F.
But alas, they were inedible, as was everything else. And finally, it took 20 minutes to get our check. Apparently, they had a monkey on an ancient oriental abacus calculating the bill in the back. Yup. If I am ever in the area again, I will hike my ass over to the library bar, which is 444 times better than this shame-riddled den of creepiness.
This person is clearly a writing major, literary genius in the works. Tom Wolfe on acid, on steroids.
Times 1,000.
2 cups of coffee. And
From hell.
And from hell, and lifting weights. Nicole, eh?
All right. This one's you.
All right, this
Are we
is from
doing this one right now, or should we go to something else for a little?
No, let's do this one
Okay.
because I think this is the last one. This is from Stubborn Herbs. Nicole A. First off, lights do not even work in this establishment. Legit ate my meal in the dark. Had to turn my flashlight on my phone to see what I'm even eating. Service was quite rude. Food took forever to come out, way too long for what we ordered. The chicken patty in the buffalo chicken sandwich was thinner than my pinky finger. Food came out cold. The cheese curds we ordered had no cheese in them.
What the fuck?
Just fried balls of grease. Even the fries sucked terribly cold.
Greasy.
Greasy. Nonetheless, if I could give this place 0 stars, I would. That's not how you...
Hold on. Is she trying to say nonetheless or nothingness?
Nothing. Greasy. Oh, nothing. She's saying nothingness, definitely. I give her that. If you're trying to say... She meant to say terribly cold, right?
Even the fries suck terribly cold.
No, terribly cold. You're supposed to say terribly cold.
Yeah, you put the emphasis on the R's.
Tear. Way.
All right, what do you say we get after a little bit of that thing? A little thing they call a little hot juice.
Tim, that was the best. That was the best we could find with Stubborn Herbs. Hot juice? You mean the hot, juicy gossip that's plaguing the restaurant industry?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Damn, that juicy shit. You know what I'm talking about?
A lot of times we like to go on Facebook and see what's going on in the wider world of restaurants and the United States of America. So
we have our ear to the ground at all times.
Our boners to the grindstone. So I actually wrote this. I wrote, do patios make for the funniest complaints? I had a guy move tables 3 times chasing the shade or running away from the Earth's rotation, put another way.
So where does this come from?
So,
like, is this something that you experienced or what?
Yeah, so it's people will go, they like to complain about bees, nature, basically.
Sure.
Smells, sounds. It's too hot, they'll say. The guy I was talking about was, it's really annoying when, people move tables because you have to let everyone know. So he kept moving just to keep going in the shade. And
I think that's super funny.
it is funny because you wanted to say, like,
But yeah.
the Earth is going to keep rotating. You're going to
How long would he have to have sat there to have the sun move that much? Like,
right. Well, I mean, yeah, basically, you know, whatever. Every 20 minutes, you just So, 100. And I only did this. I mean, this is such a responsive crew in this group, don't you think?
it is.
So
It is. So, and by the way, if you're watching this and you have whatever, so if you have a thought on this, go ahead and call us. 952-292-7805.
or 7805 for some of you. Please call us up.
The O stands for orgasm.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. Okay. Wait. Where am I here? Here we go.
So there's some comments from this one.
So first comment.
Guest walks through the front door and asks, "How's the weather on the patio?"
That's fucking awesome.
Yep. What did another put? Hell yeah. Cloudy with a chance of morons. I think I messed that. It was supposed to be in the same thing. I mean, do you hate
What
that?
is that? That's someone's response to that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cloudy with a chance of morons.
I'd write that.
Could you do something about the lights? You mean the sun?
You mean the sun?
No, I'm sorry. That's above my pay grade. Get me a manager. That's above their pay grade too.
You do some. I believe that happened. Can you do something about the lights? Somebody called it the lights. My
Too
ice
many
is melting.
flies.
My ice. Yeah, too many flies.
Flies is a funny thing that I've seen. Like, you know, even I've probably fallen prey to where you're just like, God, there's so many fucking flies out here. Like, what, you know,
Flies can be a
You want
problem.
to blame the audience the restaurant in some way,
Yeah.
even though that's unfair.
Well, not really. I
Get
mean,
a fly trap.
yeah. If you have too many flies, that's not normal. Flies, I'm saying, can be argued. You know, am I sitting too close to the dumpster or something? But my ice is melting too fast. I
You're
absolutely.
sitting too close to the sun. Can we get a table farther from the sun?
Yeah, well, you move, but that guy took it. He's the shade chaser. I believe that happened. One time we had a dessert at work that was supposed to be half frozen. The woman said it's too frozen. It's like basically a custard that you serve in a slice like a pie.
Yeah, that's like my children. Will very often complain
Right.
that their food's too hot. You know,
Right.
Just fucking wait.
Yep,
Just
you
a
just gotta
minute.
wait.
Yep. But they're just astonished, right?
Too hot and too cold, both settle themselves.
Yeah.
Right. Request to sit outside. Host, I'm so sorry. Due to the heat index and short staff, we closed the patio this morning. I want to speak to your manager. Gets a table outside. 10 minutes later, it's hot outside. I want to move inside right now. I've seen that happen so many times. That happens all the time. The way that they'll unironically be like now I think this.
One of the this is something that I struggle with very much. So this to me is a service industry thing, which is, I mean, this isn't even service industry. This is just any business or place in the world. People create their little boundaries in their world, right?
Yep.
So sometimes you go into a restaurant that's kind of empty or whatever, and you'll want to sit in some spot there's no server for.
Yeah.
But there's no one else in the fucking place there, sort of, right?
Right.
And I've had it where they go like, sorry, you can't sit there right now.
Yeah.
And I'll go like, oh, okay. Like, is there? And then they move you to some shitty table where you're packed in with 4 other fucking people.
Yeah.
Close by. And I just think that that's such a human weakness. I mean, that used to happen in the furniture business where people would be like, you know, just where someone needs something really bad, and we'd be like, yeah, we don't do next day delivery. No, we just don't do that. And they dig their heels in and it'd get to be this ugly fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that happens in restaurants a lot with the whole seating thing.
Definitely. I was always mortified when, it just like, no, you can't pull a chair up to a table in a small restaurant when it's really busy.
Fuck.
But
People hate that.
But
Yeah.
if we're like, that's the rule. But if we're slow and you're pretty sure it's not about to get busy and somebody does it, it's just as easy to not say anything. But, there'd be some manager that wants you to say something. And, that's when you go over to, you just have to go around that manager and go, hey, did you see that guy pull up a chair to table 25? Watch them go, where? And let them do it. But no, I hated it.
Yeah, like you have no incentive to do that.
Yeah.
As a server.
And you really don't have to enforce those rules unless you've got like truly like a manager looking at you and going, go tell them to not do that right now. It's like you don't have to worry about it.
And even then, what manager truly, or like owner, sometimes the managers are not working on the owner's behalf, right? Like they're also stuck into their rules, right? Where it's like
many times,
all the time. Yeah. I mean, when I worked at Slumberland, I've outed myself.
Turn it off. Turn everything off.
It was Slumberland, and I sold this. So this dude comes in, is rich as fuck, and he where you can't even understand. He's trying to buy so much stuff so fast and so easily. You're like, is this a joke?
Yeah. Because
he just picked out $15,000 worth of shit.
Yeah.
And he's just ready to go. Like, you don't want to have a conversation about this. You don't want to.
Yeah.
It's just that's whatever. And the dude lived in. He's an oil man, and he owns a place in Venezuela.
He's a railroad tycoon.
He has a place in Venezuela, and he wanted to know if we could ship it to Venezuela. Well, I happened to used to work in for my family's furniture store, so I know how to get that shit done.
Yeah.
So I called the shipping and I'm just like, I'm going to make $3,000 on this order.
Yep.
Or whatever. Like, I'm going to get this shit done. And all I had to do was call a shipping company, and I happen to know that you have to pay taxes wherever the merchandise lands.
Yeah.
So there's no taxes there. So he gets to save $1,000 or whatever, right?
Yep.
I happen to know that shit. So this guy's loving me. It's working great. And I'm like thrilled. Like truly, it was like I made $3,000 in one day working as a furniture jockey. Like that was insane, right?
Yeah.
And the next day I come in, and in my inbox I had like 32 messages, which I never had one. So to have 32, it was like, truly I'm thinking like, is this a congratulations? Because the guy bought all the extras, all the like mattress protectors, pillows, all the high profit margin shit. It was a super lucrative sale.
Every manager around the country is calling to congratulate
about my
me.
Sale. Right. And then I start opening them, and you just, like, you're catching up on a thread. And it started with some lady who's in the home office going, we don't ship things, out of the country, or we don't let a third-party shipper do it. We don't, we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't do that. And it was, like, surreal to me, because I'm like, if the owner of Sleepyland was involved in this, he'd take me out for a steak and a fucking beer.
Yeah.
But because they're all the corporate inputs, they just wanted to kill that sale at all costs.
Right.
And so
because they themselves had squashed their own sale at some point.
They squashed their own life, their own ambition in life, even worse.
Yeah. They probably seriously told someone no in a similar situation. But sure, if I can't do that, you can't do that. It's like you could have done that.
No doubt. Yeah. Definitely just like minor league mentality shit. And that's
minor league furniture.
Yep. And I'm in the big leagues.
Yep.
And that's the shit that clearly, whatever.
At least if you weren't when you woke up that day, you were when you went to bed.
So that shit bothers me in sales, like just in business in general, in sales, when you go to a restaurant, whatever, when you hear people who are just like hugging the rules.
Dude,
right?
When we stopped selling cigarettes at Grumpy's, Bonkers downtown where I worked, people would ask for cigarettes. If I had the time, I'd run down to Bobby and Steve's and grab a pack and come back. Like,
oh yeah,
what else am I doing?
I'm actually old enough to remember when people would walk into Fiordalisi's Rustic Inn, and they'd ask me for a pack of cigarettes. Like, can I get a pack of Marlboros? And I'd be like, we don't sell cigarettes here, and they'd be shocked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just forgot that was such a fucking thing.
Well, you were in California though. You were on the cutting edge of the no smoking.
Please.
Yeah, Cali. That's what I said.
You said California. I don't even know what that.
No, you said You said Cali, and I said Cali.
Cali.
You gotta
going out to Cali.
You gotta put your jaw a little. You gotta go Cali.
Going out to Cali.
Cali.
What? What?
No, what?
I don't know. Should we do another comment here?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Let's.
Did you read this one? Oh wait, this is one we did already.
Yeah.
Table of 6 insisted on the patio. After the wait and finally getting sat and orders taken, they freak out because there was a bee. Her son was severely allergic. Now they insist on being moved inside. A totally full restaurant with an hour wait.
That's awesome. That is funny. They must have known before that their son was allergic to a bee, right?
Yeah, but we didn't know you'd have bees here.
We didn't know they'd be here outside.
I had a lady send back her ginger beer because a fly touched it. I gotta say, listen, that bitch is fucking crazy, right?
They land on shit.
The person who did it. But I gotta admit, there's times I hate eating outside because a fly's landing on your shit. If I see a fly land on like my kid's plate, like I'm the guy guarding the table like a goalie, like just because it bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I would never try to send my fucking beer back and expect the restaurant to to own that. But yeah.
Well, yeah, because you went and sat outside and there's flies outside.
You worked at a downtown restaurant,
the huge
patio.
Yep.
Right. Do you ever have like okay, people love to victimize the restaurant because of shit that other people do.
Yeah.
And I walked super drunk by your restaurant and fucked with people on the patio. Ever have any issues with that kind of stuff?
People walking by?
Yeah, or just, people walking by, loitering, hitting on girls, whatever.
Yeah, digging cigarettes out of the cigarette thing, for sure.
Homeless people with restaurants is a real fucking, sticky wicket, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because, you want to, if they can't.
You want to be compassionate and help.
Like, if they have no arms, you want to, help them put some food in their mouth.
Yuck.
But,
I'd never do that. So yucky.
But what was I going to say? I had a.
Did you have any regulars come by to get stuff? Where people knew, or table scraps, for instance. Is there ever homeless people coming to try to get the scraps? Like, hey, I said before you take that plate away, there's a quarter of burrito there. Let me have that.
No, I mean that's not something. It sucks. I'm disheartened all the time by throwing away tons of food that is clearly it's just good food. There's nothing wrong with it. It sucks that and there should be like when you throw whole uneaten things away from the kitchen. I mean that's what should happen. You should have some way to box that up and put it in somewhere where people can come grab it.
Did you ever have coworkers who ate off plates like that? Ate off the return plates?
Are you talking about bus tub stew?
Yeah, I think so.
Bus tub stew, hungry and you're busy. That's what you do. Yeah, we've all eaten bus tub stew, dude. You're starving. Somebody didn't touch half a Reuben. Get out of here. I'm eating that.
Where they don't touch the whole half.
You cut it.
I get that.
Yeah.
Ever things where, I don't know, what's the most that you ever pushed it? Was there ever something that you ate where you woke up the next day where you go oh shit, that was probably a little gross?
No, I mean I crossed a Rubicon when I just started eating out of tater tot baskets. Yeah. But I didn't make it a huge habit or anything.
Because people like to nervously finger the tots. Yeah. That's one thing that I always do. I'll try to go as I'm thinking or debating something. I'll be rolling tots.
Roll them like those balls in
I'll
hand.
switch them. I'll have 5 tots in my palm.
Yeah.
Yeah, just constantly.
I've got it. Mm-hmm. Here's how we can pay for these tater tots. Yeah, I mean, whatever. There was some times where it's just it's just silly. There's a mozzarella stick there. Eat it. I've made people eat them. And they looked at me weird. I go, fuck you, eat that. Eat it.
Did you ever see people be so wasteful that you tried to, I know you wouldn't do it directly or ugly or whatever, but where you kind of challenge them to be like, you're really going to throw that whole thing away? Or you didn't like that sandwich at all? Just where they're...
Take it home.
Right.
You mean like that?
Right. Or just whatever, where they're so wasteful that it's obscene.
I don't know if I ever tried to convince anybody of anything, but I've definitely thought it, this was... What?
Nothing. You did think it. Yeah.
I don't know. I never tried, but you're like... here's what drove me crazy is people get like fish at the fancy place I worked. Everybody left the skin. It's like we don't give you the skin and face it on the top. If you're supposed to peel it off and set it to the side, and then
that's actually news to me, dude. I actually didn't know. So if you leave skin on fish, you're just supposed to eat that?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
truly, I would have been like lazy fucking chef. Or
unless it's got
real,
scales on it,
that.
I guess
Well, don't all fish have scales? Isn't that what the skin is?
Not the ones you get at the restaurant. They get the scales off. Huh. You take a knife, you go get the scales off quick.
Okay, did you ever, when someone left so much food, did you ever package it up and then bring it home to like your wife and be like, hey, I bought you a sandwich?
No, I lied. No, yeah. I wouldn't have to because I got just as much glory from bringing home just leftovers.
Yeah.
Honey, oh, are you kidding me? When I worked at the catering, I worked at a fancy like catering joint pretty recently, and they would always make too much stuff, and they had great food, and all of us would bring like Tupperware, and everyone would just fill up at the end of the night. I come home with baguettes and sushi and steak, and it was just
that'd be fucking dope.
I walk in and it's just like fire up the marijuana pipe, put the South Park on. We are eating fancy food.
What is the? Did you ever have a regular who's known for not finishing their food, or for leaving so much food behind, anything like that?
I had this one dude who he'd order 2 sunny side up eggs with toast, and then he would just dip his toast in the yolk, and then that was it. He wouldn't touch the rest of the egg. I think that was like a generational thing. Because
a dude who actually didn't eat the white part of the egg, or
he only dipped his shit in the toast. Because I thought that was maybe generational because he was older, and I remember something in the 80s where it was like the yolks are bad for you. Remember, it used to be the yolks are bad for you, and then the whites are bad for you. And you ever listen to Lewis Black?
Yeah,
but no, truly there was a thing in the 80s. So I think he was maybe like, those egg whites will clog your heart up, or something. So like, he only ate the yolks. Look at that. Why is she why is she sad? Why is she?
She is just perennially unhappy. Reminds me of someone I know.
She's a good actor.
I'm joking. This is kind of funny, I think. The people are so annoying with their outside complaining. Maybe they forgot 1 year ago, that's all we had was outside. Well, guess what? Fucking 2,000 years ago, outside is all we had then, too, is pre-shelter. You should remind people.
They had indoors.
I get it, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to make a fucking point.
I know. I'm too
Just be happy you're not in a cave.
Like they were 100 years ago. I don't think we should read that one.
No?
Okay, yeah, we should. I think you should.
I used to work at a nice Italian place that served really nice wine. In the summer, people would sit outside.
Mangia.
But they would complain if a fly landed in their, quote, expensive glass of wine.
No bueno.
And demand that we replace it. So I got in the habit of bringing out extra new and clean cardboard coasters, and telling the guests to put them on top of their glasses.
Neat.
We had no control over Mother Nature, and we should not have to lose money replacing wine and cocktails just because a fly smelled something sweet and wanted to check it out.
Bzzz.
There's something wonderful and something annoying when people stand up for their boss's money. When it's like, that's not even your fucking money. Again, it's actually your incentive to switch out that glass.
Yeah.
Like, if you're truly in it for yourself, and she's a good person, no bullshit. She's no Michael Douglas.
It looks like he's trying to suck your brains out. There it is. See, that's the most normal looking. It just looks like he's
sexual. Very sexual. I thought of another movie, by the way, that he was a sex symbol in. Romancing the Stone.
One of my favorite all-time movies.
Really?
Really? We haven't talked about that?
Being honest? No.
Yes. No, for real. I in a quirky way, it ended up being on a VHS tape at my house when I was a kid, and I would watch it. And then I had a roommate, and he was like, "I love that movie too." We used to watch *Romancing the Stone*. I still think it's kick-ass. It's a rad movie. It's got so many good lines in it.
So we're sort of at the end of the show, Chris. I've got a ton of responses on mine.
Oh.
So maybe if you're up for it, maybe we could do a second short episode this week.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant responses to tonight.
I do mean on the hot juice.
Yep. I'm down.
I've got 905 reactions. 201. This is about, which by the way, we should shout this out. We should shout this out for the people. We're talking about most difficult owners that you've ever worked for.
Yep.
But then we're also talking about in this hot juice thing that we'll do later this week. It's about a coworker of mine who got fired for having sex with a client or a guest.
Mm-hmm.
Banged her. Had never met her. Wasn't a regular. It was so magical that he pulled this. That you could, and you're working as a fucking waiter.
Yep.
It's not like you're working as Axl Rose or something that is a job where you probably often get sex.
Yeah.
He's a waiter. That he read that.
Right.
Like, let's meet in the bathroom. Met her there. Pumped her. Dumped her. That's it. Finished dessert. Come and go. I've done 2 gas stations so far.
Pump and munch.
Actually, pump and munch. Pumped her, munched her, came, went.
Yep. Holiday Station.
Quick trip. It was a quick trip to Pussyville.
It was a speedway.
Yeah. Sexual.
Super America.
Life in the fast lane.
Gas and grope.
Ass or grope. Sex. Can you say the word sex?
I can't. You can.
Sex. So call us in if there's something that you want us to review. If there's something you want us to do a Yelp review of, let us know. Comment below. When do you want to pop up again this week? You want to do it tomorrow night? You want to do Wednesday? When do you want to do it?
Can't do it Wednesday because I'm doing Beast Barbecue.
Oh, shit, dog.
Beast Barbecue Comedy Showcase. Every Wednesday night at Beast Barbecue in Northeast Minneapolis.
Yeah, boy.
It's where the old legend used to be at 825 East Hennepin. 8 o'clock. Doors are at 7. You should come early. You want to get a table. We have 5 of the best comics in town, and you live in a great comedy town, so you should come and see it.
Let me take the floor on this motherfucker for 1 second. This motherfucker ain't playing. This is a good comedy show. There's lots and lots of people there. Lots and lots of good comics. The barbecue is great. It's a great room. It's fucking awesome. Are you awesome? That's a question I got.
Totes Malotes. But I think I could do it Thursday. So why is she so, it seems like you're supposed to be, I don't think she's taking direction very well. It's like,
he's moving in on that family.
Man, it's getting hot over here. Is there?
I don't think that child is his.
Is this fight? You see, there's a fire over here.
Unless his genes are all totally recessive.
Well, that happened in my family.
Because you're a black dad.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
It's a fire.
Well, no, this is This is more about just how I burn for you. Hold on 1 second, though. Not that. I feel a certain type of way about you, as you well know.
Well, I think we're about to say goodnight, and
do you still have that? Is your cigarette? Did you?
No, that's what I was saying. I felt
out?
hot over here, and I smelled something.
Well, hold on.
Oh, jeez,
Chris? Oh shit! Not with the blanket.
Wrong again, Chris.
Wrong again, Chris. your instincts trying to work with you.
Thanks for showing up, everybody. Servitude out. Peace out. What's up? Join us, Thursday?
Thursday sounds good to me. Yeah, like let's do it. Should we do it later or earlier? Daytime?
Daytime.
All right. So we're going to do a pop-up show. So anyway, play that music, white boy.
Play that funky music, white boy.
Damn.
How's that song go again?
I don't know. I wish you could get a guitar
perfect.
To play.
Just get the big stuff.
Maybe next week guitar?
Real quick. I'll have a guitar on Thursday.
Okay.
Just make